So Jamie, I see there's a couple little icons I've never seen before. There's like the lines with a check mark, and then some sort of little speech bubble with a ribbon in it. What do those do?
Great. Thank you for that question. So we have first, this is where you see kind of all your grades. And then below that, we have our comment bank. And so I've added a few kind of canned responses that I can use while I'm grading. So if I want to add a note here on Kevin's work, if I highlight it, and then just like I would normally do when I'm commenting, if I start typing, great idea, notice that it should, it was there a second ago, it'll auto-populate. And so anything I've written in there, it saves. I mean, it's just a few seconds, but this adds up when you're grading a lot of the work. And the comment will just be ready to go. So that's how you use the item bank. Do you guys have any other use cases or how you like to use the item bank?
No, but I do want to mention that this comment bank is not in regular docs. It is a special feature of grading within Classroom.
And I mean, you could have as many as you want, right? Because if you're always typing awkward phrasing, all you have to do is type AWK, it autofills, you hit enter, and you can move on. So all of those things that a lot of teachers, we still like writing in the margins because we've got all of our comments. This is really the digital version of that. The teachers who I know who've been using this are in love with it.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah. So we're going to do, So yeah, thank you so much. That's really great. I think it's important that this is something you play with. For me as a teacher, when I was grading, I always like to read a couple of the essays and I got a sense of what were going to be the most commonly missed problems. And then I would create my item bank. So just keep kind of, that's how you want to start. And if you want to practice with this more, just reach out to us and we can work on this together with you. So today we went over a lot of really interesting things. I want to say thank you to David and Lindsay for joining me on our Google Classroom Super Friends party discussion. This was awesome. Any final parting words or things of encouragement, anything you want to say to teachers either starting out or for our veterans out there who are Google Classroom pros?
Yeah, Google Classroom, when it first started, 6 years ago, was super simple, and that was our big sales pitch. Hey, it's so easy. It's still easy, but they keep adding more and more layers. So if you're a power user, use those, but you don't need to be using all of these new features. If you're just using it for passing out work and collecting work, you're not doing any grading, you're not doing any comments. If you're just doing the basics, keep it there, get used to it before you start adding all the extra fun stuff.
That's great advice.
My one piece of advice is, regardless of how infrequently you use Classroom, your stream is going to pile up very quickly. Control F is your friend. Use Control F and put in one word to find what you are looking for simply. The other piece of advice for organizing and finding things in your stream that may be lost from a month or so ago, if you need to find it, is, and this would be something either to, when you are beginning to use Classroom, is use a numbering system. Not only title everything, but before each assignment or post title, start with 01, 02, 03. And therefore you know that 0 up through 40 is probably first quarter, or rather 0 through 15 is the month of April in distance learning. Whatever your numbering system, whenever you start it, know that that is a way to more easily find things in your stream.
That's great. All right. Thank you guys all so much for your time. And anybody that has suggestions of future videos they want or topics they want help on, let us know and we'll get that made for you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.